Alright. Oh, it's a bit breezy and chilly today. I have got some muffler things on the mics, but I hope that they work. I don't know, I'm not convinced they're brilliant. If it's a wind noise, I apologise for that. Right, I'm off to, I'm going to let the young heifers, I'm stretching it now. We've got, I think, 20 odd young heifers out, 5 dry cows. The heifers are in a bunch. I'm going to let them out in a field last few days of grazing before they all come in. So we're going to have a look at that. I'm on the way to the grass lay. We're going to have a quick look at that as well. But also, we'll have a little wander for a little bit of the history of the farm here while I'm on the way. We'll just have a look. I'll just span it round actually, look. So here we go, look, there's an oak tree me and my dad planted probably 20 years ago. Look at this beauty. I dragged this. I tell you what, when we planted it, the trunk of the tree was no wider than that branch there. And look at it now, what a beauty. Look, I still got the stake in that was holding it upright. What's that? Look, it's all, it doesn't need the rails anymore. Look here, what a beauty. Great, very satisfying planting that. Do you know what? I think they always say you plant a tree for the next generation, not for yourself. Because that's only just got going, an oak tree like that. So we're going to go along. We're going to go by Farmer P's yellow trailer. We're going to go have a look at the green grass. But I'll also show you the spot. X marks the spot where we buried a cow. Right, this here, believe it or not, there's a cow underneath there. Well, just about here. I can't remember exactly where. It's either there or there. Right. Hello. Dead cow. Right. So every now and then, unfortunately, you get a dead animal on the farm from old age, or just sometimes they just drop dead. Actually, like people have a heart attack. That one was buried there during the foot and mouth outbreak. Now, when was the foot and mouth outbreak? Someone will have to remind me that. Was it 2001? I can't really remember. Ooh, I'm going to get through here. What happened is, normally we pay someone to take the cattle away. I think it's about 140 quid at the moment to take a dead animal away. And during foot and mouth, all that stopped. And we weren't allowed to have anyone on the farm to collect fallen stock. So what we had to do, we had to get a local guy out with a JCB to dig a hole, and we just put the cow in the hole. So that's what's going on there. And it makes you wonder, that must have happened all over the farm at some point, because in the olden days, you figure they didn't have a flipping wagon that came, I presume they didn't have a wagon that came around and collect dead stock. So if you had a dead animal on the farm, you just bury it, I suppose. Who knows how many dead animals are buried round here? Dead people even, perhaps. Our family have been here 198 years, so in that time, they probably buried something. Anyway, behind me, Farmer P's trailer, as we all know, landmark, the poacher stopper. Stopping the poachers getting through the gate. Right. Ugh. Oh my goodness, look how much water's in here now. I got a flipping lake. Look at that. I'm gonna have to put that in the barn soon before it fills up. Shows how watertight it is, doesn't it? He's just climbing over the gate here. Ugh. Ugh, he says. Right. Okay, so we're out in the field now, which is being reseeded. Okay. So it is greening up, thickening up in places. We've got chickweed in it. There we go, chickweed. We don't want that. We don't want the chickweed. We're going to spray out the chickweed at some point. The problem being is it's just been too wet to get a sprayer on here. It's just not worth it, because you're going to do more harm than good by spraying out that, because you'll end up with rut marks virtually on the field. The other interesting thing, and I haven't got them with me now, is I always like walking through the field. You know that? Look, I like seeing signs of people on the ground. Look, so that was random, spontaneous, a bit of shiner, a bit of glass from someone else. Now what I have found out here are 2 pieces of flint. Now that's really interesting, because out around this area, flint's a non-native stone. As I'm walking, I'm looking, okay? And we've had various finds of flints. One little arrowhead years ago. Basically it just shows prehistoric man was in this area, because they were using flints as working tools. There you go, bit of blue china. Mostly china. I mean, let's face it, if you broke a plate, you didn't have a refuse collector in the 18th century, you had to blooming chuck it out on the field or whatever. Oh look, willow pattern. Willow pattern there, look. No more flints. Right, let's have a look. So it's a bit patchy in the middle here. There's another bit of willow pattern. There is some grass seed still coming up. Me blowy thing to keep the birds off. What that's doing. It's a bit gappy in there. I think it's going to spread out over the next few months. I hope it will. It is a bit gappy. I have no doubt about that. But what I'm thinking is, what I'll do in the spring is, if I've got another bag of grass seed I'm keeping actually, and in the spring what I might do is patch up. Come out here. Oh, it's so blowy. I just hope that you're not getting all this noise on your mic. I'm going to come up here and patch. So I should probably just hand throw some grass over the top. And it's a bit deceptive at the moment because with the chickweed from a distance it all looks green. And so you sort of think, oh that's good. And then when you get closer you find it's a lot of chickweed. But should be okay. I hope, he says. The irony is I'm spending money improving this field, trying to improve it for grass, and then we're talking about the new farm payment scheme coming in, which is talking about planting trees and flooding fields and stuff. So is this work I'm doing worth it? I mean, I don't know, in 10 years time I might have to put flipping trees on here or something, which, you know, we're talking about my family being here 190 odd years, 198 years. Over that time they've spent all their time doing what they thought was right, improving it, and we might end up having to put it back to flipping what it was like 200 years ago. And it's quite ironic because my dad followed the grants. He was grant funded to fill in ponds and rip out hedgerows. So that's what he did to improve the farm, because he was told to by the government, and now we're going the other way. Ironic, isn't it? Right, I'm very concerned about the wind noise on this. These mufflers I bought, they're not as good as the old ones I had, and they're blooming expensive. Right, let's have a look. Gappy, okay. Gappy, okay. We'll see. We'll see. Will this be fields one day, or will this be trees? Who knows? In all that time you're here, you've only got your little moment in time. I capture my moments here at the moment. Someone could be looking at this video in 50 years time and going, oh, it's a solar park, or a refuse tip, or a car park, or anything. Could be anything, couldn't it? Who knows? When I'm gone, it's someone else's job. Right, let's have a look at the heifers. God, it's cold. My hand's freezing. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to let them into... We're going to have a look at the rain bales. I'll tell you what happened when we get to the rain bales, alright? Let's go and have a look. Stop here on the way up to the rain bales. Look at this. So on the new lay, look how wet it's been. So even though it hasn't rained for about 3 or 4 days, I could grow rice on this bit. The grass seems to be doing quite well at the top of here, but look at that. What's interesting is it's the line of ponds on this top piece, and I think a lot of it's a spring line off the hill, and the water seems to sit here. Because you'd think higher up here it would drain away, wouldn't you? But it doesn't seem to do that. Right, next stop, round bales. Look at all those pheasants. I didn't expect to see those around here. How many are there? One. Oh look, they're all going. I think I've scared them off. That one's still there. Are you going to go? Where are the rest? They've all gone. Look, one lonely one left. There was another one along there. No, just the lonely one. Perhaps that one can't fly very well. Go on mate, fly off. It's running. Go on, fly. Boom. can hear me, can you? Oh, that's a bit mean. Alright, let's go look at the round bales. Here we go. Right, we started using a few of these, but we had a little incident. Let's just go along. I think you probably can't see it now. Let me get through here. Ooh, limbo dance. Right. I think they've mostly gone. There we go, look. The patch. The patch. So, basically what happened is, I had let the heifers out in this field for a day or two, and it was when it was really wet the other week. And what I did, I left them here, and I hadn't had an electric fence around this bit, and the heifers, or the dry cows that were with them, because I don't think the heifers knew what the bales were, but the dry cows did, they flipping started munching the bales. And we ended up with about 4 bales with big holes in them. So we're taking those back to the farm now. I've got this electric fence to put on round here. So hopefully that'll stop them. I'm thinking I am buying time now, because every day outside is saving me feeding silage and of course the cost of the straw bedding. So if I can keep them out a week, that's quite a considerable saving, and also time, because it's time when I've got to actually look after them inside, whereas in the field they look after themselves. But then there's a sort of, you know, you can't keep them out forever. So anyway, they'll be in within the next neighbour's dog's barking. They'll be inside within probably another week, maybe. Might be less than that, I don't know. If it stays dry like this, fine. But if it comes in really wet, they're going to just churn it all up. But also, there's not that much grass left. Not much. Just enough to nibble on. They've got nearly 100 acres to ranch over, 20 heifers, so that's not too bad, is it? Right. Let's have a look. I'll just turn this on. Oh, it is on already. Battery's a bit flat. Right. Just so I didn't touch that wire when I limboed under it, wasn't it? Right. Let me get underneath. Just go down and let them in. Just going down to the other fence I put up. I put up another fence against this hedge because it's a bit thin on the hedge, and I'm a bit worried they'll get through. I've just realised that those round bales, I've got to cut those with a knife, and I got a bit of a challenge for Tom Pemberton's dad. A knife off. If any of you watch, you know Tom Pemberton. He's a great guy. I love watching him. He's a really sound, he's the future of farming, not an old git like me. His dad was moaning about how blunt my knife was the other day, because they were cutting the side of his clamp open, and he said, "Richard, your knife wasn't sharp, it was blunt." It was blunt, I agree. This is all right. So I'm going to do a bale cutting challenge at some point in the future. I'll time myself to cut some bales open, and then we can see if he can do it quicker his end. But I'll do that. I don't know when I'm going to do that. I'll do it fairly soon. So Tom's dad, the Ginger Warrior, watch out. Knife off. Right. Anyway, look. Tell him, by the way. Tell him the knife off's coming. Look. So here's a fox's burrow down there, I think. Is it not called a burrow? What's it called? I'm pretty sure that's fox. Don't think it's badger. There's another hole here. And another one here, look. Right. Let's get down here. Oh, my ears are cold now. Let's get that turned on. Oh, that's on already. My brother must have left it on. That was better. I think what we did, because we'll have a look in a minute. Ooh, this hedge is pretty thin along here. So what we did, we turned them on just on the off chance that they would get through the hedge and come in here. Prevention's better than cure. But that one up on the bales, I think where it's a bit flat actually. So I might have to come along with another bale, a battery tomorrow. Right, walk over here. We'll have a look at them as well. I can hear them bawling, they're not too happy. They'll be alright, it's just sort of timing really. Right, we'll have a look, and they should have their winter coats on now. It's alright being a cow, because the whole thing about people thinking, oh, poor cows are out in the field, actually they're healthier outside. And you think for thousands of years they didn't have sheds to go in. They were just outside and they had no choice. So they actually grow a winter coat. We'll have a look in a minute. Usually they're quite, even for dairy cows, they're quite shaggy. Let's have a look. Here they are, look, they've heard me coming. I can see them. Look. Right. Alright, my darlings. Right. Oh, bloody mud. Right then. I bet they come running straight through. High tech, look at that. Here they are. Hello. Alright, do you want to show us your woolly coats? Look at this. Can you see how thick their coats are compared with the cows in the herd? Alright girls? You want to come through, have a chat? Are you chilling? Alright. So these are young heifers, all home reared. The British regions. There's a bigger one there. There's one. You're quite black, aren't you? No. Bigger one there. That one will be in calf at the back. These are ones that are not served yet. They're not in calf. Come on. Oh, that one's a bit slow. We're gonna have a look at this one. Always worried if there's one at the back. Let's have a look. Could be this is one that's near to calving. Go on then. Slow walker, that one. Not lame by the looks of it, I don't know. Is it walking alright? It is a bit lame, isn't it? On this back right, back left. Let's have a look. Are you okay? Yeah. Maybe walking slightly. Not walking the best. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on that one. Sometimes if they've been bullying or something like that, they, you know, where they come on heat and they've been ridden, they sometimes might twist an ankle or something like that. It's not really bad, but it's certainly walking slower than the rest. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on that one. Any expert farmers out there want an opinion on that? Go on. Foot's not that swollen, but I'm sure it. Go on. So she's walking on her back left a little bit gingerly, perhaps. 219, right. That's worth keeping an eye on. So these are out here now. This is the last stage of coming in. Right. Pretty wet and horrible, but not raining. Not raining, that's the main thing. Let's count them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 here. Okay. Right. Yeah, so we got dry cows in the other day. I've got 5 dry cows in the other field. 18 heifers here, little girls. They'll be coming in. Got a few little heifers already inside. They'll be coming in, I think, another week. By the end of the week. Right. I'm heading back now. Got fish and chips for tea. Can you beat? I love it. Fish and chips. We're going to watch a nice film on the telly. Fish and chips. I'll have a cheeky pint of probably Spitfire. And do you know what? Can want more than that for my tea. Really. Love that. Right. Simple man, simple pleasures. Right. See you all soon. Crack on. Stay safe.